This video will cover how to get a phaser-like effect with the DX7 and Yamaha's other FM synths. Patch 10 FX Guitar from the Off the Matrix Banks has the phaser effect. It's probably best to listen with headphones to hear the changes to the sound. The effect came from setting operator 1, which is the carrier, to a low fixed frequency of 1 Hz. So I can change that to a ratio setting of 1. You can see the effect is lost. I'll change it back. You can hear the modulation. Now I'll play the patch with a ratio of 1 that has no effect from the DX7 through this Behringer phaser. I'll turn it off, the phaser effect. That's the DX7 with a ratio of 1. Now I'll go back to the 1000 frequency, or the 1 Hz frequency that'll add the DX7's effect. And then I'll compare it now and put it back on the phaser effect. So then I'll go back to the DX7 creating the effect. I actually think I like the DX7 creating the effect better. By changing the fixed frequency, you can change the rate of the modulation. I like it up maybe a little higher like that. I mean, it's not exactly like the phaser effect. I mean, I didn't go to engineering school, so I really can't explain what's technically happening. But, you know, I know how to get the results. This effect can be applied to other patches. I'll try it with the electric piano patch like DX7's famous piano. The patch uses algorithm 5. There's 3 towers. The first tower is for the bright metallic tone, and the second and third towers are for the body of the tone. The effect didn't work too well for the first tower, so I'll try it with the second and third towers. So go in here. Set this to a low fixed frequency. Then I'll change this one. So that'll be operators 3 and 5 that you want to change to fixed frequencies. So I got that. It's hard to do this with a camera on the keyboard, honestly. Okay. Important thing is I have the fixed frequency set at 1.38 both, so that the modulation effects are going to be in sync. So now when you play it, you can hear the effect. Now turn it off to a fixed ratio of 1. It's best with long chords so you can hear it. I'll play it again. It's very subtle, but I can hear the difference. The low fixed frequencies are also useful for modulation of analog emulations. Here's a string patch I created on the V50. here's your typical DX7 patch. I mean, it's difficult to get strings on a DX7 because it sounds like you're pulling a cat's tail. I mean, it doesn't sound analog. To get the string sound with the V50, I had to use the extra waveforms that the DX7 doesn't have. So it would be a real challenge to get the sound with sine waves. The low fixed frequencies can also be used with the SY77 and the SY99. But unfortunately, most of the 4-operator models, the DX21, the DX11, and TX81Z, can't set low fixed frequencies, just higher fixed frequencies that don't work for this modulation effect. The V50 is the exception of the 4-operator models. It made it possible to get the fat sounds that I couldn't get with the DX11. I'm always making improvements, so be sure to subscribe.